Sorry about that, babe.
Alright, Deathless NES challenge run completed, baby. Let's go. So, I'm gonna give a little bit of background on the challenge run itself during this first, what I like to call levels. I divide Castlevania up into 6 levels, but I guess there's a bunch of stages. I don't know, I don't really follow that bullshit. To me, the first level is the one that ends with the bat, and that's kind of how I approach the whole game. But this particular challenge run only took me 10, maybe 9 actually, full run attempts to try to get it done. I did do quite a bit of practicing that I wasn't really considering it a run. Like, I was doing a lot of testing and this, that, and the other, like various areas for sub-weapons and platforming and stuff like that. But yeah, didn't really take as long as I thought it would. I mean, it's a hard game, don't get me wrong, but obviously I had beaten it in the past, so it's not like I was completely blind, you know, going into this. And as far as like the time frame, it took me about a week and a half, I guess, to get this done. And I actually got it done on my birthday, right before work, so that was pretty cool. So yeah, pretty much in level 1 here, the main goal, honestly, is just to get to the boss, and if you can, make sure you get the stopwatch. It pretty much wrecks the boss. I know there's like different ways to approach everything in this game, you know, whether it's the way speedrunners do it, or, you know, other challenge runners, or just people that are playing casually. I'm sure everybody has their own, you know, way about things, but this is what I find to be the easiest and most consistent for me personally. And as long as you have the stopwatch and like, what, like 10 hearts or something like that, and you get to the boss with near full health, you'll be totally fine. Got hit there. I find that, as I went along, I definitely got a little impatient in a few areas. Like, for example, I could really get through this stage pretty easily without getting hit. It's not like that's much of an accomplishment by any means. But, yeah, I don't know. I just started to get a little impatient with my failed runs. Previous to this, I actually made it all the way to Dracula, and I got hit a couple times on the way to him, and that ended up dying. But pretty much what you want to do here is bait the bat over to the right. So if he's stuck over to the left, just kind of drop down, walk back up. And then when he gets close, use your sub-weapon, which again, for me, is the stopwatch, and then you can just wail away and pretty much kill him really easily. Really nothing to it. And that, again, to me, I refer to these as levels, not stages. To me, that's level 1 of 6 in the books. Level 2 coming up. There's a couple tricky parts where if you're not really familiar with the game, it's very easy to just, you know, die, whether it be a pitfall or an insta-kill smush device, which we'll see. But to me, the run doesn't start in my brain until I finish the 3rd level. Once I get through the 3rd level, I'm like, okay, we got a run going. And then once I get through the 4th level, I'm like, shit, I'm gonna get the Dracula. One of the toughest levels in the game for most people is actually what I would dub level 5, which has the Grim Reaper. But I find it to be really easy. The tough ones for me are level 3 and 4. If I get through those, man, I'm feeling good about things. So for this level, I like to have the cross, and there you can see they have a hidden 2, which allows you to throw 2 of your sub-weapons. If you end up getting the holy water, I would say just keep it. But for this level, I'm fine with the cross. Realistically, I don't grab the holy waters until level 3. But honestly, if you can get them early and keep them, and you could buff it up to the 3 usage, then you're fucking set for the rest of the game, man. One of the biggest things you have to worry about, though, when you play these games, if you're doing a challenge like this, it's very easy to lose your sub-weapon by accident. So here's one of the tough spots. There's 3 Medusa heads, 1 for each platform you go over. Just take your time. I like to throw my cross there for, like, consistency's sake, but it usually never hits. It's sort of like a visual cue, visual aid just to help me, personally. Just take your time and whip them, and just keep moving forward. See, I almost grabbed that. That wouldn't have been the end of the world, honestly. It's not until I start losing the holy waters in, like, stage 3 and 4 that I would start, like, losing my mind. And if you lose the holy water in stage 5, I would just say reset completely. Because the Grim Reaper is pretty tough without the holy water. You can kind of tank your way through a lot of these bosses early on, but the Grim Reaper's, that's a different beast. So I got hit there, and if you do get hit, there is a piece of meat right here. And here are the insta-kill smushes. Just take your time, guys. It's super easy. As soon as it goes up, just jump up and walk. This one doesn't go down all the way, but you can walk right through it, and then wait for this one to go up, and then just walk through. Really nothing to it. As long as you're staying patient, you'll be fine there. I like to kneel down and kill this guy, and then jump over. And then I get my 3 is hidden right here, after I whip there. So now I can throw a shit ton of crosses, which makes the boss a little bit easier since I don't have the holy water. These guys take 6 fully upgraded whip hits. They could be kind of annoying. I kind of got impatient here. Oh, nope, I was thinking of a different run. I was thinking of the run where I died at Dracula. I got impatient there and I got hit by that thing, but I guess not. The post-play voiceovers, you know what I'm saying? So here, at this point, I'm good to go. I don't need anything. I'm just gonna walk right through. As long as I keep walking, the Medusas will avoid you, and then you're at real Medusa, I guess. So I like to throw all my sub-weapons and just keep whipping. I usually get hit once or twice, it's not a big deal. This is a very tankable boss. And then grab the orb, and you are done with stage 6, but what I like to call, again, level 2. Now, level 3, this is kind of where the run gets a little bit tricky for me. The reason why level 3 or stage 7 and beyond is tough is because you really don't get any healing items in this level other than very early on, which is kind of fucking pointless because you shouldn't be getting hit that early. And there's a lot of obstacles to overcome. So here's where I'm going to grab the holy water and try to keep it for the rest of the game. I'll jump up and hit Igor. Actually, I don't even know if that's Igor. I always refer to him as Igor. They're probably beasts or something. I don't have the strategy guide in front of me or the manual, whatever you want to call it. Skeletons are really annoying. They like play footsie with you. They kind of like follow you and then not, depending on how you move. And the knights later on in the game do the same thing. And this is also a tricky area. I like to fall straight down so it despawns an enemy. One of those like spirit enemies would come if I jumped down normally. And take your time here. Bait out these crows and hit them before you start jumping. Same with this guy. I like to throw holy water and hit that guy. And now I'm gonna jump and throw holy water and hit this skeleton. And then I jump down and you're done with this particular part of the screen. And then moving on, again guys, the key here is not getting hit much. As long as you get to the boss with like, or you get to the area right before the boss with at least half health, you should be good. Walk through here, and now I'm gonna kill this Medusa and then start oh, I don't kill the Medusa actually. I kill this Medusa, and then I start throwing holy waters and just trying to dodge the other Medusas. As you can see, it can get really hectic there. That's a spot where I'll typically take damage, and I was really happy that I didn't. At that point, I kind of knew that I was gonna get through this without dying. I'm not gonna grab that. The stopwatch gets less and less useful as the game goes on. And here, I think I get trolled by this guy. Yeah, I do. Luckily, he leaves. Sometimes he can come up and hit you from below. And here, goes a little bit quicker if you throw the holy water and keep whipping. Doesn't take 6 hits at that point. And there I, almost got hit. I didn't know what I was doing. Again, moving slow. Got another one of these guys. Whip, throw the holy water, and keep whipping. And now you're basically moving on to the home stretch here before the boss. There are some pitfall situations coming up, so you gotta be careful here, guys. You're gonna be encountering more birds, and more of those, I don't know, dragon head statues, whatever the fuck these are, serpent statues. Hit the birds, got another statue. The holy water works really well, and I'm not sure if it's completely consistent, but I seem to always get the 3 there if I blow up one of his projectiles. For the skeletons there, guys, especially the second one, just jump and whip and just fucking keep your head about you, you know? This part's tough to not get hit. Do your best to kind of avoid it. I got kind of lucky there and everything landed right on top of my holy water. Big note here, trigger the boss fight and jump to the upper left. And I like to hit this candle and not get this, because this will basically piss me off if I get that. And then what you could do if you have the holy water is you could just stand up there and keep throwing it, and the boss will end up dying eventually. Now I found another way to kill it pretty safely. I don't know if it's consistent, but I've done it before a few times. If you get on that last block and you just kneel and keep whipping, typically I don't get hit at all by them. It just could take a little bit longer. And if you're in dire need of health, that block, the last one down below to the left, has extra health in it. But I don't like fucking around with it, man. I've had some inconsistencies with those guys where I try to get them on one side to make it easier to kill, and they just keep trolling me, so. I don't know, the easiest way is with the holy water. Second easiest way would be kneeling and whipping on that last block. Alright, and here's where I start shiting myself. Basically, when you get down here, guys, just keep moving. Things spawn very weirdly if you take your time. Just keep moving. I don't grab anything really at this point. You're gonna have to whip a couple of bats, but just keep moving. I don't know how to emphasize that enough. Whip this bat, jump on this platform, duck, jump up. You might have a bat that hits you. If you don't worry about it. Wait for this thing to come, fall off, duck. And now you're pretty much out of here. The hardest part is getting to that part. And yeah, just take your time. And now you want to make sure that you do grab some hearts, obviously. One of the biggest annoyances in this entire game is this section. So these bird things are going to drop the little Igor beast guys. Occasionally, they'll fucking drop a sub-weapon like an axe, and it'll basically fall right on top of you, so be careful. Unfortunately, sometimes I'm a little too careful and I end up getting hit by these guys because I'm freaking out trying not to grab the wrong sub-weapon. And eventually, when you reach the end, just keep walking and you'll actually duck below the bone dragon thing. So it's probably about right now. Just keep walking. You won't even get hit by that guy. Now there's going to be 2 more coming up. And also another word to the wise, be careful. I think the second candle here has a sub-weapon, and I think it's a throwing dagger, which is fucking useless. So this guy, I do like to kill him because, I don't know, I found it pretty inconsistent to get around him hitless. I know there's a way to do like this weird jump, but as long as you only get hit once, as you guys saw, there is a health upgrade there. And now we're gonna have another dude. I like to throw the holy waters here. There is another way, obviously, to jump around him, but as long as you only get hit once there, you're good. Strategy for this boss consists of standing on this block and throwing the holy water and whipping, and just keep throwing the holy water, and then just keep whipping. So pretty much you're just doing up and whip and up and whip the whole time there, and eventually he will die and he will get stun locked. Now if you only have the 2 or no upgrades for your holy water, I think you might get fucked there, and that fight actually becomes really, really freaking annoying. That's the most consistent way that I found to kill that boss. I had a lot of trouble with that boss if I didn't have the 3. But again, with a Deathless run, as long as you're not accidentally grabbing the wrong items, you'll be fine. Now this level people have a lot of trouble with, and I actually find it to be like middle of the pack. The only levels that I find to be easier than this are the first 2. But otherwise, I find this to be easier than the 3rd and the 4th one. This is what I dub level 5, but it's stage 13. This is the one with the Grim Reaper at the end. Now, the reason why I find this level to be rather easy is as long as you have the holy water, you could pretty much make mince work of the knights, who are typically a pain for people. And there's, I think, 2 health areas that you can grab. So, again, at this point, guys, just try not to get hit too much, and make sure that you're not grabbing, you know, sub-weapons. You do not want to get rid of your holy water. If you get rid of your holy water here, you might as well just reset the run. I'm not kidding. It nullifies almost everything in this level. Now, if I remember correctly, I think I take a little bit too much damage here that I'm not used to. So I think I end up having to grab a health item. I usually will honestly get through here almost not even getting hit. I'm usually like that good at this level, but at this point, your boy's getting burnt out from runs. But right there, thankfully, we could heal up. And like I said, I think there's another healing item somewhere. I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't know this game inside and out. I just know it well enough not to die, if that makes sense. So what you're gonna do here is make sure you kill the little Igor dude, and then you can kind of walk this guy off the screen. Just keep pressuring him, and he will despawn completely. Now this guy up here, the same can be done for him, but it's a little bit trickier because of his projectiles on the stairs. So I will throw the holy water and then walk over to the right. He's one of those weird guys like the skeletons that kind of follows you when you retreat and retreats when you follow him. So easiest way to bait him into that is to walk the other way. These red skeletons can be annoying because they constantly respawn. They remind me of that one enemy from Super Mario, right, with the bone guys in the castles. And here you're gonna see the strat that we're gonna employ going forward. Jump and throw the holy water on them and keep whipping, and they will die really quickly, and they become a non-issue. Same here. Also, typically they drop big hearts, which is great. We have more than enough hearts to get fucking well through this level at this point, but in case you are in need of hearts on your run, they typically drop big hearts, which give you 5, so And I do want to bestow some advice on the screen that's coming after this, which is the one where people have troubles. Again, as long as you have the holy water, even if you don't have an upgrade for the holy water, you can get through the next screen really easily. So this one, it's all about just taking your time. Sometimes you can get bad RNG here where the red skeleton kind of comes over and you kind of get smushed and there's really no avenue to go up, but if that's the case, just kind of dick around with it and make sure you bait them away. I think there might be health over there. Anyway, okay. So jump over the Medusa head and then instantly throw and duck. And if you do, you'll probably just get right through without getting hit. Now watch the Medusas and we're going to employ the same strategy. We're going to throw, duck, and whip. And typically when you throw, duck, and whip, you will hit not only the enemy, but the Medusa at the same time. So we're going to trigger the boss here, go all the way over here, and just start chucking holy waters. And if you do this correctly, you will stun lock the Grim Reaper and effectively nullify the hardest boss in the whole game. Now, I do want to point out, depending on your controller, and depending on if you choke or not, it's possible to lose that cycle and the Grim Reaper gets free, and then things kind of get crazy, because he throws like these like spinning scythes in the air at you, and it can get really hectic, but if you do what I did, you could stun lock him, and it's basically game over for him. And now guys, we're here, what I dub level 6, which is stage 16 I guess, the short areas before Dracula. Now we actually are going to get rid of our holy water. I want to get the stopwatch and you'll see why. I jump and hit this bat, jump over, maintain your jump towards the edge. You will not get hit. Be careful of the projectiles. Grab the stopwatch, walk through, jump over, we're going to do the same thing here, jump to the ledge, jump over, jump and hit, and grab this, it's a big heart, we will need it. I like to do the stopwatch as soon as I get in here. Freeze this guy, there's no bullshit going on, do not grab that. You need the stopwatch here to make things easy. Make sure you have enough hearts, too. Do not walk all the way over to the left as well. If you do, another enemy will spawn in the room, which is really weird. For here, I like to press myself against the wall, kill the first guy. Be careful here, you could fall down and die. One of my runs ended here. I fucking jumped, I missed my jump, and I fell all the way down. But the easiest way, again, to bait the skeletons over is to kind of walk to the right, and they will follow you. Do not grab that. On this next section, use your stopwatch. Jump down and go down these stairs. On this next section, make sure you're off the stairs and use a stopwatch. And then you're home free, man. Now you're all the way to Dracula. The key here is a stopwatch. And I want to reiterate in that last screen, if you do the stopwatch too early, your character will end up going up the stairs and you won't activate the stopwatch and you'll get hit a bunch. You're going to want to go to Dracula with full health or one hit off of your bar. And here we are, guys. The final boss. At this point, I'm shitting myself, but I'm ready. I know I got this. I know I got this. In order for to be consistent, I just go grab the holy water right away because we need it for phase 2. I don't even want to fuck around with the cross. And now we just have to wail away at Dracula's head. I like to do it safely. What you do is you pretty much jump when he fires. If you jump too early, the projectiles will follow you up and hit you. Occasionally when you hit the projectiles, he will drop like items and shit, but this is just going to be a very long, drawn-out, annoying fight. I only like to get one hit at a time. I'm pretty sure you can get 2 if you're really quick, but I like to just do 1 at a time and take my time. Now, Dracula will spawn in some weird areas sometimes. I like to kind of dick around near the coffin. And even if he spawns directly on top of you, if you're very quick, you will have time to get away. But I've had instances where he just keeps spawning in the wrong areas. Luckily for me, pretty good RNG so far. We're just taking our time, jumping and hitting the head. I was sort of close to getting hit, but we're good. Now right there, that was a shitty spawn. There really wasn't much I could do. I needed to make the right move almost instantly and I failed. Now guys, we're going to be on to phase 2. Phase 2 is all about stunning him with the holy water and jumping and whipping his head. The best way to do it is holy water, jump, whip twice. I fuck up the pattern here and there, but I'm really not worried because I have a lot of health. We're going to get hit here. It's not the end of the world. We're going to move away. And now we're going to get back into the strat. Holy water, jump twice. Holy water, jump twice. There I kind of fuck it up again, but we're okay. He's down below half health. We'll be totally fine. Holy water, jump and hit twice. Holy water, jump and hit twice. Holy water, jump and hit twice. And he's dead no matter what at this point. And that's it, guys. That is Castlevania on the NES Deathless. That's the easiest way that I found to do it. Again, there's other strategies for other people. There's speedrun strategies. But I found these ones to be most consistent and easiest to get through the game. If you're trying to do it deathless, other than level 3, the one with the mummies, and probably Dracula, this last stage, there's really no major threat of you losing all your health and dying. The majority of the threats in death in this game are pitfalls. Whether you get knocked back in Pitfall, whether you miss your jump in Pitfall, whatever the case may be. So, if you're looking to do this challenge run, maybe my video could help you, maybe somebody else's video, on YouTube could help you, who knows. But if you stick with it and you're pretty decent at this game, I don't think it will take you that long. It took me less than 2 weeks, about a week and a half on the dot, and there was a few days where I didn't play or practice at all, obviously. And yeah, very happy with that. Racking up the deathless runs, so we'll see what's next. But yeah, we'll also review this as well. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Do my best to reply to all comments on all videos, and I'll see you soon.